It's a long story. I will start the story from the past, from what happened for Mubarak regime. When I was a student and saw the old movies about Egypt, about struggle against injustice, about the very old movies before 1952, and the novels talk about the groups, secret groups, underground groups, communist groups, and the struggle against corruption, against British colonialism, something like that. So what is that? Why our generation don't care about anything? In 2000, 2001, 2002, our generation really don't care about anything in politics. Just football, just know a new girl, just spend a good time in anything. Don't care about economy, don't care about torture, don't care about education. So that situation before the revolution. Mubarak regime, they depending on corrupted network of businessmen, controlling everything, and also the second arm is security, state security. They control everything in Egypt. They control professors, they control the media, they control anything in Egypt. So there is no political parties, no freedom of speech, no social justice because the businessmen, members in NDP, the ruling party, so failure of governance, and Egypt deserve more. Egypt spent more than 30 years in 40% under poverty line and 30% or 25% illiterate, can't write names. I'm a civil engineer working in infrastructure. There is no sewage system in Upper Egypt. There is no clear water in Sinai, it's deserts, no planning, no water supplies, no electricity. So why we living there? So that's situation before the revolution, and that is the revolution. If the beginning, when we start in 2004, not like April 6 movement, it was Kifaya movement. I was a member in Kifaya movement with many political figures. Then I found them. I heard about them from internet, from newspapers, and I found them and participated in demonstration. They 40 persons surrounded by 4,000 persons. And there's a police arrests every 5 minutes, arrest 5 persons and arrest 5 persons. So that's the situation before the revolution. Anyone tried to make a demonstration, anyone tried to criticize the regime, surrounded by the police, thousands of soldiers, make isolation between the protesters and the people, no media coverage, no one can talk about that. So, but this person is very brave. They insisting on revolution. They insisting on change the regime. Enough to Mubarak. Kifaya means enough. Enough to Mubarak. Enough to Jamal Mubarak. You must leave the authority. So that began in 2004 and 2005, but in 2006 it was frustration or dismissing. We make a demonstration every day, no results, no one. The people are afraid from us. The people thought that consider us crazy guys. So there is no hope of any revolution. But we found a light in workers. In 2006, the bloggers and young activists of Kifaya movement began to have a connection with workers, to have a new concept. Democracy equal social justice. Democracy equal bread. That's our message to the people. Join us because democracy equal bread, equal good salary. So that's our message in 2006 and 2007, and we supported many strikes with workers, with the unions, like Draib al-Aqariyya, like workers in Mahalla in 2007. That's lead for April 6 movement. because the idea of April 6th strike born in Al-Mahalla in January 2008, and they talk about strike in Mahalla against the owner of the factory of textile. We as a young activists of Kifaya movement supported them. Courage, we are with you, we're supporting you. And we thought on the internet about we can do general strike. If all the workers in Egypt make the strike in the same day, we can organize general strike. It will lead for something, maybe lead for the revolution. So we began to sending SMSs to all our network of Kifaya activists, our blogs, the revolutionary newspapers. It was just two, Dustur and Badil, just two before the revolution. And they published the idea of general strike. I remember that Dustur newspaper by Ibrahim Isa, if you know him, he published at April 5 that tomorrow is general strike. It was a strong message. And we create Facebook group calling about strike. It was surprised to us that we found 70,000 members in a few hours, not in a few days. So the people want to make something. They wait a hope. At that time, it was. I remember that it was economical crisis, and the oil from £5 to £12, the sugar from £2 to £5. So it's increasing quickly in the prices. So it's make the people want to do something against the government. So it was a strike in April 6th day. In Mahalla, it was a clashes, like small revolution, and the people calling for social justice. They found Mubarak, like big picture was Mubarak. They destroyed this picture. It's the beginning, real beginning of the revolution in Mahalla. But in other cities, the security controlled everything. Security arrests many members of the group, arrest my partner in the administration, Isra, and I was escaped. But they found me a few days after that. After when we released, me and my colleagues, Isra said, no, I will work in NGOs, not politics, but I have the idea of movement. We need to create a new movement. What is the name of that movement? April 6th movement. So we began to organize demonstration, to building a lines, to resist, and they are arresting us, and continually, me and many members tortured in the security building, and we continually lost our jobs, but going on and don't stop, and try to make up branches in the universities overall Egypt. Increased from we was in the online 70,000, but offline less than 1,000. And the people afraid to join April 6th in the real life. Maybe on the internet you can find 100,000 on the internet, but in real life it's dangerous to join movement like April 6th, because the state security follow us all the time. They record all our phones, they restrict our emails, record everything. That after the revolution, when we attacked state security building, and the security, they are escaped, and we found files about April 6th. I found a file have every call that I made in my life, everything. And also when I was working in Upper Egypt in water supplies, I found reports about Ahmed Maher at 7 o'clock he in the cafe, at 8 o'clock he meet someone, at 9 o'clock he go to the hotel. So they follow and supervising everything in Egypt, not me only. All the persons can move groups or key persons. So that is the situation before the revolution, and we going on. 2010, it was another groups appears like Bradai campaign and Khaled Said's page. Khaled Said he is not a politician, but he was a guy in Alexandria, tortured by the police, and they killed him. So we create a page called My Name is Khalid Said. But our speech at that time was tough, radical against Mubarak. Mubarak is responsible for killing Khalid Said. But we found another page called We Are All Khalid Said, using very smooth speech, not like us, not tough like us. So, and the people are not politicians or not participating in politics. They go to this page, not us. So it's strange. Who is this guy? So I sent him email. Who are you? And said to me, I can't tell you my name, but I know you and we met before, but I can't tell you my name, but call me Khalid Said. Okay, you are Khalid Said. So we began to cooperate together, Epersex and the page of We Are All Khalid Said. He have good marketing ideas, and he can attract people on the internet, and we can organize people in the street. We know who is the faces of security. We know the persons in hidden security. We know the places they can come. We can have another phones they can't follow. So we can mobilizing people in the streets and cooperated in June and July 2010. Also in the elections, also in 25th of January, because 25th of January, it is the police day, and every year we make events called Thugs Day. And in this year, in December, I talked with Khalid Said. His real name is Wael Ghunaim. I talked with him about 25th of January, and he creates events from his page, and we create events from our page, and we united the speech and the places that we will start in the day. It was revolution in 25th of January. The people suffering from Mubarak, and they found a hope in Tunis. The Tunis revolution is hope to us. We can do that. We can do the same. So it was a revolution, a surprise to us. I was crying in the 25th of January because we began our demonstration in the morning with this number, with 40 or 20 members in different places in the same time. And we came to Tahrir Square afternoon like that. So it was a surprise to me, surprise to anyone. It's revolution. Finally, our dream became true. After that, because we haven't a strong coalition, because we don't know who is the Supreme Council of Armed Forces, the SCAF, because we haven't leader of the revolution, we have network of movements, activities, have network of bloggers, so they hijacking the revolution and they take the authority after Mubarak. SCAF, in the beginning, they said to us, you are our children, we are very proud, we support you, support revolution. And we said, okay, but revolution is revolution. We need to change. We need to, the government is still working. The Prime Minister, Ahmed Shafi, is still working. The Minister of Interior is still working. The police, state security, the NDB is still there. Where is the revolution? Mubarak is not change the regime. So they said, okay, step by step. And they spent 3-4 months try to protect the old regime. So the persons from NDB, they burned the documents against them, and they changed many things, and they escaped outside Egypt, and they sending money outside Egypt. And we said to the SCAF, why you are let them to go outside Egypt? They escaped. They destroy the documents against them. Okay. Be calm, and we will do something good. And then we organize demonstrations against them in April and May and June. And that is very famous statement from Supreme Council against April 6 movement. That April 6 movement is thugs and American agents take a training outside Egypt to destroy Egypt, in Serbia, have a relation with the United States, take money from outside Egypt. The same rumors, like what happened in Mubarak time. So they keep military trials, they targeting April 6 movement, because we said it's not a revolution. The SCAF, Supreme Council, against revolution, not helping in the revolution. So after that statement, it was very bad time in Egypt. Clashes, killing people and other people from the military. We have many members killed in clashes in November and December. I was injured at that time also. So it was very bad time in Egypt at the end of 2011. And Muslim Brotherhood at that time supporting Supreme Council against us. They are pragmatic, so they go to the Supreme Council and they said, we are the alternative, we can help you. So they helped Supreme Council against revolution. 2012, it was the conflict between Muslim Brotherhood and the SCAF. Who have the authority, SCAF or Muslim Brotherhood? So they began to be against each other, and we are children, and we said, okay, we can't help SCAF against Muslim Brotherhood. But in the presidential elections, it was many candidates from the revolution against each other. So they lead us for the very bad results, Morsi or Shafi. Morsi from Muslim Brotherhood, the pragmatic group, and Islamist. I don't care about Islamists, but they are pragmatic and they work it, and they help the SCAF against us. And another candidate is Shafi, the prime minister in the revolution time. He helped Mubarak, he don't like revolution. Supporters of Shafi are the people from the old regime, frauded networks of businessmen. The police again, wake up again, working with Shafi to help him against Morsi. So we have two solutions. We can't boycotting, we can't boycotting. We can't support Shafi. So we have boycotting or supporting Morsi. So we try to negotiate with Muslim Brotherhood and other political parties. We said we need guarantees. They said, okay, anything you want, you will take. We said, okay, the Prime Minister from outside Muslim Brotherhood, they said, okay. The Vice President from outside Muslim Brotherhood, they said, okay, that we need new assembly for constitution and good constitution. They said, okay. The young leaders, the young people, government advisor said, anything you want, we will do. So we believe them, and we supported Morsi, not April 6 only, but there is many political parties also. I haven't a photo of that. There is something called the National Front, in Arabic, Asir al-Lamun. They supported Morsi against Shafi, and Morsi won the election with 51%. That is photo of Asir al-Lamun leaders. That's me, and that's Wael Ghunaim, that is April 6 leaders and another party's leaders, with Morsi to talk about the future. Asir al-Lamun. After the election, we said, okay, give Morsi chance. Maybe he can doing well. So it's a paper, so it's a project about developing security, about education, about traffic engineering, about many projects to make Egypt like heaven. And he said, okay, but he ignored anything after that. So what's now? That is Jika. This day when Morsi won the election, he's celebrating. And that is his face on flag because he's killed. He was killed after that. He's celebrating when Morsi won in this day, and the police killed him in November 2012. The situation now is very bad. Now, look now, okay. Now we have the same situation, but have a difference. The old regime is still there. The bad security force is still there. We have bad constitution. We have polarizing between Egyptian. We have clashes every day, murders every day, and the police arrest us again. April 6th, the guys who make a spark of the revolution and the guys who make Morsi president now in the jail. So it's very complicated in Egypt. And also the opposition is not clear revolutionary. We have maybe some fluid from opposition now, joining the opposition now against Morsi. And we are not organized. The future possibilities, we will stay, that's old photo in you see the difference between me and him. You have some hair and now I haven't. So it's from 6 years in the beginning of April 6. Our demands are social demands, helping people, try to make a groups, make a units in poor neighborhoods. That's lead for the revolution. And we will make that again. That is the solution. We will stay in unstable periods, in resistance, 1 year, more than 1 year. But parallel to that, we need to build alternative in poor neighborhoods like this place. This area is the majority of Egyptians live in this house, haven't anything. The majority of Egyptians, and what is the name of that? Informal settlements. So we need to work with them and to build alternative, a real organization, April 6 or coalition, being in these places over all Egypt, to build alternative, because Muslim Brotherhood there, they can get votes from these kids, from these people, these families. Build alternative to make a balance to correct revolution. There is many possibilities, but that's our choice. There is other groups try to push for chaos, leading for civil war, leading for a coup. Other groups try to make a deal with, try to calling the military to make a coup. And other groups said we were running for the election, but that is our choice. Building alternative, make a balance, correct the revolution. So we begin again to try to have social services and social politics, or what's the name of that, I don't know, but to be with the people in the poor neighborhoods, to spread awareness, to talk about what is democracy, why we are now against Morsi, and why we supported him before, to build a real organization, maybe not April 6 only, but a coalition, a real alternative, to make a balance. This balance maybe make Morsi or Muslim Brotherhood go back, because they are insisting on keep authority. So correct the revolution by anyways, maybe by a second revolution, maybe by the election, early presidential election, whatever. But we need to concentrated about building alternative and make a balance. So the future is not bad. I'm sure of that. The future will be very good, because there is all the revolution, the old revolution like French Revolution, and after that, and also the new revolution like what happened in Eastern Europe. They spend time, spend 5 years, 10 years, 20 years in unstable period, transitional period with conflict, and try to determine the principles and the relation between the state and religion. So they made that, they finished this conflict from 100 years, and now we start this conflict and this debate. So we need the time. I don't believe in another coup. It's not useful. It's easy solution. So we need to try and error and learn from our mistakes. And thank you. The first question that why we believe that the future is not bad, because we began from 8 years before the revolution, 8 years. So that is 50 persons.
Yes.
Now we are more. We can organize demonstration with 50,000 or 100,000. So we believe in our faith. We believe in revolution. And this generation, we didn't stop from 2004 until 2011. And now we have a new generation younger than us.
Yes.
They will continue struggle the next 5 years, next 3 years, who knows, to correct the revolution.
But may I interrupt you here? So if we look at the photograph up there, and you have the 40 people and 2,000 security officers around them, and below you have the 500,000 people or so in Tahrir Square, because you couldn't just have 500,000 security forces to manage them. The problem you have today is you have the 40 secularists out there, and you have 500 Muslim Brotherhood supporters surrounding them.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, the situation up above there has come back, but instead of security, it's the Muslim Brotherhood.
Not exactly. Maybe they will organize. But if you try to measure that with the presidential election, it was Morsi won with 50.5%.
Yes. And you helped him win with 0.5%.
Yes, in 0.5%. Maybe we are the 0.5%. So Morsi won the election with 50.5% or 51%. 51%, it was 12,000.
Yes.
12,000 is 12 millions, I think.
No, it's 120,000. 120,000
Okay.
votes.
So it's not
Substantial.
not Muslim Brotherhood voters.
Yes.
So it's including upper sex supporters,
Yes.
including revolutionary socialists. So these groups supporting Morsi from 51% and another 49% now against Morsi. But they need a leader. They need organization. They need to organize themselves. When we began to think about how we can make a revolution and how to represent a new experience better than Kifaya movement. And we have a slogan at that time, our generation have a right to try, if win, or represent a new experience. So we began to study what is the revolution. We began with Poland revolution, solidarity movement. They began like us from factory, Lichwawinsa and his group leading workers for the revolution. And we also studied the experience in Serbia. Student movement and Otpor movement have the same slogan. They began university and it's increasing day by day, and after 3 years they make a coalition and they running in the election, have a candidate. So the election was corrupt, fraudulent election, so they make civil disobedience and strike, leading for revolution. So yes, we study this experience in Otpor, in Poland, in also in Slovakia now after the revolution. They used new ideas. It's a science called non-violence war, non-violence strategy or non-violence war. It's not only peaceful. No, it's how to control your enemy resources, or how to destroy your enemy resources, or how to build alternative to your enemy resources, at least. How to create new ideas, how to make a civil disobedience, how to make the people don't believe the authority or don't appeal with the authority. So that is this science, and we create, maybe at that time the old political parties said they are old kids, old children, crazy children, and we said yes, we are crazy children. We create many crazy events, not demonstration and flash mobs and funny events and parties, music parties, graffiti. So we create many events. It was strange in the Egyptian community at that time. Now it's not strange, but at that time it was strange. So yes, we learned from many experience, and it's not mistake. It's a good experience, and now we teaching this experience to other groups around the world. Oh, okay. About workers, we changed our strategy in 2009. We began with workers in 2008, and we supported workers and any social efforts in 2008. But in 2009, we changed the strategy. When we said, okay, we supporting workers, and sometimes they afraid to keep struggle. Sometimes when the soldier, the officer from state security calling worker leader and said no demonstration. Okay. So sometimes they escape from security or afraid from security. So we said, what is our audience as April 6 movement? We said, okay, our audience that we must to target, to try to mobilizing them is not workers. We will let the workers to social parties or leftists like Kamal Khalil and our friends in leftist parties, or communism, or revolutionary socialist. But we will target another circle or another kind of Egyptian. It's called العيال السيس. عارف العيال السيس. Okay. The guys. The guys is from 18, 19, 20 years old, students or just graduated and funky, have a hair, have a they don't care about anything in the life, don't care about politics, don't care about anything. So that's our target. So we, in 2009, 2010, we targeted Al-Alisis to join them in politics. It's very important because the youth, these boys in the cafes, in clubs, will lead for the revolution. They have a power, and they haven't awareness, and they don't know what happened in Egypt. So we need to target them with a new ideas. After the revolution, it was Amini, the Al-Alisis became revolutionary. So it's good. We have thousands of revolution, new generation of revolution. Now they don't care about football like before the revolution. They care about politics and revolution. So it's very important. Now there is many groups like April 6, not like big organization like April 6, but the same strategy of April 6. Now we need to return back again to caring with workers and working with free unions. Now we have free unions. Before the revolution, there is no free unions. We need to working with the free unions. We need to working with Kamal Khalil, Kamal Abu Aita to build coalition. Have students, have al-Sis, have revolutionary, have football stars, have experts, have political figures. So build alternative like that. And unfortunately, May Day, yesterday it was not a big event in Egypt. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm here. I don't know. But I think there is a event will be in May 17 about salaries and social justice. It will be big event in Egypt. It will lead for a social efforts and social demands leading for a new wave. Okay. There's many Western media talk about its Facebook revolution or Twitter revolution, and it's not true. Uh, Before April 6 movement, the young activists in Kifaya movement or bloggers used social media to spread idea because we can't we haven't free media, we haven't TV channels. There is just one or two newspapers can publish our articles, for example. So we need to covering what happened in Egypt because in 2005 when we organized demonstration, no one covering it. So we need to use social media to covering this demonstration and have photo videos about any violation against us, against demonstration or something like that. It's increased day by day with bloggers, Yahoo groups, forums, and in April 6 movement we used that to mobilizing people. We have demonstration, write it on Facebook and Twitter, and we have thousands of followers. So mobilizing people using Facebook and Twitter, and also used the secret groups in Facebook and chat rooms to have meetings away from security. But it's not Facebook revolution because it's tools. Revolution, the Facebook and social media are just tools. And online, you can find April 6 200,000, but offline 2,000. So it's a big difference before the now maybe it's not, the gap is not like that, 200,000 and 2,000 that before the revolution. Now you can find the gap is decreased. Some point that the revolution is have a reason, poverty, torture, corruption lead for the revolution, not Facebook. Facebook is like catalyst or helping to mobilizing or organization. After the revolution, you can't depend on social media. You need also to build grassroots because the people there, these places have votes. They haven't internet, they haven't Twitter, they haven't Facebook. So that is the voters. That is Muslim Brotherhood depending on these neighborhoods. So we need to reach them without internet, using the old tools, offline, not online. So that we found that in the first referendum of constitution in March 2011, when we said no for constitution, vote for no, and if you join the Facebook or social media or Twitter, you can find all Twitter will vote for no, all Facebook will vote for no. But what happened? 70% yes, vote for yes, because we didn't go to the voters in these places. Mm-hmm. So that is, we can depend totally on social media. Okay, I have many points made me optimistic also, like maybe the people supported Muslim Brotherhood before the revolution because they are opposition and suffering from torture and arresting. So they are victim. So the people support victim.
Yes.
That is the main point. The second point that now Muslim Brotherhood in the authority, and now there is many voices from inside Muslim Brotherhood and from the people support Muslim Brotherhood before. That is the governance of Muslim Brotherhood. Equal economical crisis, equal instability. So we have a chance. It's our problem as a position, as a youth movement. We can take this chance to deliver our message to the people. See what is the governing of Muslim Brotherhood. So we have a chance if we working hard and organized efforts, we can do the change. Because maybe the ruling of Muslim Brotherhood will lead for destroy them project, because they can't ruling or governing Egypt. They can't. I think is not his behavior, because I met him. He didn't give any answer about anything. He didn't give any information about anything. Just talk about publicly issues, and when you ask him anything, he give you another answer about another thing. So
it's not stubbornness, it's dumbness?
It's stubbornness. Stubbornness also, but between from Muslim Brotherhood, because also all the advisors from outside Muslim Brotherhood, they quit. They quit, and yes. they asked me to be in this team, and I refused because I know.
Yes.
So his stubbornness leading for opposition stubbornness also. And when I tried to compromise from 4 months with Azhar agreement for non-violence, I found the opposition are flexible to accept solution, but Morsi and Muslim Brotherhood no. They don't.
So they win.
They will?
They win.
They win? No, not yet. Not yet. Before the revolution, it was NDP, the Mubarak party, vs Muslim Brotherhood, the machine, and some groups make noise, like Kifaya and April 6, make a noise. And this noise did for the revolution. But we haven't a machine like them. After the revolution, because we haven't a machine, the military hijacked the authority and control everything, cooperated with Muslim Brotherhood. But also in the elections, Muslim Brotherhood machine and NDP machine. So if we want to achieve our demands and protect our revolution from not stolen again, we need to build a machine. Machine meaning vision, machine meaning organization, meaning money, funding. Not funding from abroad or outside Egypt, no, but we need to spend money to build a real organization in the elections also. So we are in the beginning of democracy and organization, so that is make me optimistic. Okay, it's not easy and not difficult. Not easy because we are as Egyptian didn't learn how to work in team, and also we don't have enough information about how to build a real political party. So we need to practice more and try and error to do that. But also, I think the candidates represent the revolution. They can do the same mistake again, running against each other again. If they do that again, we will kill them. We need one. Candidates. That's joke, not kill them. Joke. No, we need. I think they know the lesson now. Because we have two main candidates represent revolution, that is the result now. Morsi in the power. And they said we met them many times, and they try to be united. We have the main opposition representation is Salvation Front, with Baradei and Sabahi and Amr Musa, and we have other groups around, but participates with the main principles like April 6. We are not a part of Salvation Front, but we cooperate with them. And Abul Futuh, because he is moderate Islamist, not radical secular, so he is outside Salvation Front. So Salvation Front and another parties or movements around We try. There is many efforts now to have alternative. To maybe there is a campaign started from a few days to make a signature, take a signature from the people to make early elections. That is a good effort. Will organize soon and demonstration to resist and say to Morsi, we are here. We are not alone. We are not a few members, few number. And in the elections, we, if the law of elections passed, it will be one decision, running with one list or boycotting. But for me, I support running with one list because we have a chance. We have a chance. For me, especially, there is many groups blamed me because I supported Morsi. And when I found liberal, socialist, communist, Nasserist blaming me, I don't care. But when I found the people in the street, ordinary people in the street, in metro or taxi drivers blaming me, that made me be in the opposition against Morsi. So there's now the atmosphere and the Egyptian, they don't want Morsi and they suffering from Muslim Brotherhood. So we have a chance.
Ahmed, thank you so much.
Thank you.